Hi everyone. Okay, so I'm gonna make the Quick and Easy mini album by Jing, although this is a little bit of a hybrid. I put a gusset on the pages. So anyway, how I do that is, here's your center line where 6 is at, and that one mark before and after 6, I just score that all the way down. This is a 12 by 12. And then do the same thing on this other, on the line after it, and that would be my gusset. I just make that much room. I mean, it depends on how much room you want to have, so you could put embellishments, but since this is a quick and mini, I don't anticipate putting a lot of embellishments, so I just do that much. And then you can size it however you want. I believe I did 3 3/4 for the fold. So basically that's kind of how I do it. You can, so I'm going to start folding. Oh, you know what? I just realized you probably don't see this because I have the camera on zoom right now. Hold on. Alright, sorry about that. That might be a little better. So there's the 2 lines that I did earlier. Just do like a soft fold and make sure it's straight there. That's the first one. Now I'm just thinking, I hope you saw how I did that gusset there. I'm gonna have to review the film later. Okay. One thing that's nice about this is you can use any paper. You can use the plain one, and it's okay. If you have a sheet that has patterns on both sides, that's nice too. That way when you fold it, you get a different effect. I can have one here like this one. It's just one sheet, has patterns on both sides. The only thing you want to be careful of on this one is you want to make sure that if you have a pattern that needs to be on the right side up, that's not the one that you fold back, otherwise you're upside down. And then one thing to take into consideration as well is if you're putting some sort of a pattern or design here, if you're punching them, that you have the right height that you want for your pocket in consideration of how deep that design is. So anyway, so basically that's how I do the page. You could put pattern papers here. I've already pre-cut them. So if you want to put the one on the inside, put those in first before you glue your pages in. So let me just do that real quick since I already have this. And to be honest with you, I don't know how much is being captured on the video right now. That's why I don't do videos, because I'm not an expert on this video thing. So anyway, we'll just do a quick one. So make sure it's right side up. I have the space that I want. Okay, do this side. This is called the Snowy Day. I'm not sure which paper line. Let me look real quick. It says CratePaper. Not really familiar with that, but this was on sale. And I kind of like how it looks, the pages, so I got it. I think this is upside down. Well, alright, so anyway, like that. Let me show you the paper real quick. So you could use essentially the same pattern, and that's nice too. See that? Or you could use a different one. You know, like maybe this one. If you have a hard time trying to find a good combination, this paper kind of helps you out. And I know there's a lot of papers out there that does that. See how this one has that page over there? So it kind of tells you what's a good match. I mean, you don't necessarily have to follow that, but it just kind of gives you an idea, especially if you're in a hurry and you don't want to think too much. Anyway, like I said, I hope you're still seeing this. I use this type of tape for my pocket. It's easy because it's the perfect width. Okay. I usually don't do all the turning, but since I'm not sure how much is being filmed, I'm just gonna do that. Okay. This is usually quick, but you know, Murphy's Law, when you're filming, that's when you have trouble. Not that you don't have any trouble at all when you're not, but anyway. Okay, so this is a tricky part. You want to make sure your edges are lined up, so you don't have any sheets sticking out. Okay, and then you could use, since I folded this already, you can use that as a guide. And I just like doing this just to make sure that I don't have anything sticking out. And then, like I said, you could either do this one or this one. Yeah, I did do this upside down. Anyway, it's because, you know, the jitters of filming. So basically, you know, once you do that, that's your page. And then I usually do 3 pages. I have this pre-made already. Well, just because I want to show you how to attach the pages. So I use the same thing. I use this the thicker or wider with Sukwang tape. Like I said, I'm filming, so it doesn't want to come out. Alright, let's see here. Okay. So I have 2 pages attached already on this one. I'm just going to attach my 3rd one. And again, I hope I have the camera on correctly where you can see this, because I can't really see what's being filmed because I'm just using the phone right now. Anyway, so I just add this for extra measure, just because. Okay. Then this is the tricky part, is lining them up. Now, what I do this, and then I've already had coffee, so I'm maybe shaking a little bit. Alright, just kidding. So I make sure I line up my corner first to the edge, right there, the bottom edge, and then my side. Okay, once I'm happy with that, aha, you saw my other page. So that I'm happy with. Now, like I said earlier, you could use the same pattern, you know, which is nice too. You could, and it saves you on paper. Basically, this is just 1 page, or you could just leave it at that. And I just kind of played with it. You can just stamp it, you know, if that's what you want. If you're in a rush, you don't even have to do anything. So again, I just love how versatile this is. Okay, so if you have like thick embellishments, like maybe this one here, these are lights that go with the lights, so you could put that here and you have enough room because of the gusset, you know, you could still close it. So basically that's kind of how I do that. And then for the spine, I use the same tape. Here, let me show you this. So this is the cover that I used. I don't know if you can see it, but I use the same tape. Okay, so let me do that real quick. Okay, I'm sorry, I just not used to filming, so I usually just lift it without even thinking. And then I cut this to cover the spine. Fortunately, I don't have a paper long enough to just go all the way. Sometimes what I do too, I cover the spine first and then cut the front and back page, cover the front and back page afterwards to hide the edges of the cover that I used for the spine. Just like put in a little bit of an extra here. Alright, here we go. This is another tricky one. Now I'm being filmed, so let's see. Hopefully I do this right. Okay. So then you got that on. Okay, it's on right at the back. Just gonna make sure I got it on right at the front. My edges are good. Okay. So what thing I do next is on this one I use different pattern papers. So I combine the two different sheets. I like doing this just to get that space out of, like, see how there's no more space at the end? So there's no gaps there. I don't know if you can see it, but that's why I like burnishing it. Anyway, so that's the book, right? Okay, I wanted to show you something else. Oh, so this is one where I used just a pattern paper. I didn't use the brown paper. And then I used a different sheet at the bottom. Like, I hope you can see this. And then I covered the spine first and I covered the front. I did the same thing with this. I covered the spine and then I covered the front. And I used two different sheets and I punched it. This is a deep edge punch, so you got to take that into consideration when you're doing that. With this, you know how you have extra sheets because you've just cut them. You could use those for your inserts. Alright, I think that's pretty much it. Okay, there's your book. There's that. And then there's your cassettes or space. See how like you have spaces there? Alright, well I hope you saw that.